Good day, everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk Networking. I'm Terry Lee Harrison, and as you know, I am passionate about helping coaches, consultants, and solopreneurs be able to network in the most dynamic and lucrative way. I am joined today by the amazing Shawn Hill. Shawn, welcome.
Welcome, Terry Lee. It is just wonderful to be here, and I so appreciate you asking.
Oh my gosh, I'm so delighted to have you here. Two of my favorite topics we're going to talk about today are LinkedIn, one of my
Yes.
favorites. And also today we're going to be talking a little bit more about the big asks. Hi, Taria. Great to see you. Thanks for being here today.
Clear?
Let me introduce you a little more formally to Shawn, everyone. In case you haven't met him yet, this is someone you want to have in your network. Shawn's coming to us from the Dallas, Texas area, and he helps entrepreneurs generate revenue as a LinkedIn coach and trainer. He's also, this is a great question because I see you always have a co-host, but he's with the Coach's Corner show. Are you the host or the co-host of the Coach's Corner?
I am a co-host. I could not do without my good business partner, Mr. Tommy Durrell. He always supports me and everything. He's probably watching now. So, hey, buddy.
Tommy.
Hey, Tommy. So
hey, Tommy.
I am a co-host and proud to be one.
Excellent. Well, I see Tommy with you. I'm excited to be on your live a little bit later this week and have some time with you and Tommy on screen. So I just wanted to verify that and also to give the shout out to Tommy because I do see he is there with you all the time. It's amazing. You know what? This is what I love. Isn't this what we're looking for in our networking relationships, really, Shawn, is to be able to build them into solid connections like this?
Absolutely. I mean, that's when the magic happens. When you find that person that you're in alignment with, it's just like a long lost friend. And so I think that's one of the magics of networking. It's just beautiful when that happens. I also through V-Team met another young lady, Miss Camille Young, who we just connected. I mean, she's given me referrals. I've given her referrals. And when it's just that easy, it's just magic.
And that's what we're looking for, I think. I think it's some people call it, I'm looking for the diamonds. Some people are looking for the gold. Some people are just looking for their people, their tribe, right? Yes. I see some people coming in, Shawn. Want to welcome Christine is here. Kenyal is here. And Taria says, yes, Shawn is definitely someone you want to get to know and network with. Agreed, Taria. Oh my gosh. So Shawn, I know that there's several things that you teach are so important on LinkedIn, and I would love for you to share some of them. So I know one thing that's super important would be optimizing your profile. Can you share a few tips for our business owner friends?
Absolutely. So on other platforms, Facebook, Instagram, your profile itself is really not that important, right? It's pretty much, just kind of there to kind of house your information. It's really more of what you're posting that really gravitates and gets to people. Well, on LinkedIn, it's a little bit different. So I often tell people, think of LinkedIn as this big networking event, right? Not necessarily a social media platform, but a big networking event. Now, Terry Lee, if I met you at a networking event and I came up to you and I said, hey, Terry Lee, and you noticed, well, my suit was kind of disheveled, looked like I probably hadn't shaved in a few weeks, and I just didn't have a good look about me. But I said, Terry Lee, I'm great with taxes. I'd love to do your taxes. You probably discount me a little bit. You probably say, I'm just not feeling that confident that you're going to be okay with my taxes. Same thing on LinkedIn. Wow. There's a lot of promises that come in your inbox. I can do this for you. I can do that for you. I can do the other thing for you. But then you go and check out their profile, and it just doesn't look like they put much attention to it. It just looks like they just kind of what they did, what I call Terry, show up and throw up. In other words, they showed up on LinkedIn, threw up a profile, and just expect the magic to happen. So a few tips to make you look really, really good. You need to come to me. That's the best tip. Come to me. I can do a free profile review to make sure that you're on point. But if you don't, or if you want to just go ahead and check yourself out right now, there are three main areas I talk about. And one is that profile photo. Don't go through a lot. Simple headshot, looking good, smiling, looking approachable. Some people have the full body shot. They do they have avatars. They have all this wildness going on. No, simple is better. Good headshot, looking forward. That's what you want. Next critical thing is that headline. Your headline is so important, Terry Lee, because on Facebook, if I comment on something, it's just Shawn Hill. If I comment on Instagram, it's just Shawn Hill. But man, when I comment on someone's post on LinkedIn, it's called a walking advertisement. That little walking advertisement goes with me. So you want that headline. The headline is that area right up under your name on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn knows how valuable it is. So if you don't put something there, it'll just default to whatever your current position is, right? But you don't
Mhm.
want to just be, an admin or whatever, whatever the matter position. You want to use more power. So here's the kind of the formula I tell people. Tell them who your target market is. How do you help them? What's the benefit you give to them? And then some keywords, because it's SEO searchable, right? For LinkedIn, for SEO, LinkedIn SEO. So mine says helping, entrepreneurs, especially coaches. So that's my ideal client, generate revenue. That's what I do for them. And then I have LinkedIn trainer, LinkedIn coach, da 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 da. So it's what your ideal audience is going to be keying in the search to find what it is you do. The last piece I'll give you real quick is that about section. Your about section is about you. Biggest mistake I see, people go third person.
Mhm.
Horrible. Don't do that. Your profile is about you. Terry, Terry, how would it be if we were at a networking event and I said, hey, my name's Shawn Hill and da da da, and I'd like to meet you. And you say, well, my name is Terry Lee Harrison, and Terry Lee does this, and Terry Lee does that, and Terry Lee's a networker, and Terry Lee, and you're like, it'd be like an out of body experience. It'd be like you're talking about something like, okay, am I talking to you or your representative? Who am I talking to? So you want to make sure that your profile, your about section is about you, but only in reference to the benefit that you provide. Let me give you a perfect example. Now, this isn't true for me. I wish it was, but this isn't true. So let's say, for instance, I said, I graduated from Harvard. Now, what that means to you as my client is you have access to all of my contacts. So I tell you about me, but I'm only telling you in reference to how it benefits you. So those are 3 quick points about your profile to make you look even better.
Those are so good. And y'all, I have had his 15. Well, I have had him look at my profile, and I'm always wanting to level up. I've worked on my profile a lot. I've worked on my LinkedIn a lot since the beginning of 2020, and I am always up for what can be done next. What is the next thing that I need to do to level up from here? So Shawn does a great job. So I want to encourage you, get in touch with him. You'll be glad you did. Hey, Lachelle Adkins is here.
Oh,
Great to
America's super
catch
mom.
you.
America's
That's
super
right.
mom.
America's Supermoms here. So let's talk about the next thing that you teach with
Yeah.
LinkedIn, and that's quality over quantity.
Absolutely, absolutely. So many people get caught up in. I have this many connections. I have that many connections, and boy, I just need all these big numbers. And what I want to encourage you to think about is quality. Quality is what's important over quantity. I'd rather have 10 to 20 people that I engage with that support me on a regular basis, that I'm building those relationships, than 1,000 connections that I don't know, or that when I post something, Terry, I've seen people who have 30,000 connections, 40,000 connections. I mean, followers. You can only have 30,000 connections, but 40, and then you can't see how many people have, but 40,000 followers, 50,000 followers. But when they post, you get 1 or 2 likes. What does
Yeah.
that mean? That means to me that you've built up this huge network, but you're not engaged with them, and they're not
Yeah.
engaged with you. They're just numbers. And I tell you, it's so important that you choose quality relationships over just this numerical number. Oh, I have whatever number you want to put on it. Because when we start chasing numbers, we lose the relationship. We lose the value. We lose the opportunity to connect with people and have them connect with us. So always, always, always go for quality. But here's where quality starts in knowing who your ideal client is, right? So not
Yes.
everybody is your ideal client. So you
No.
don't want to go on LinkedIn and just start sending out connection requests to anybody and everybody. You really want to have a strategy. Part 1 of that strategy is identifying who is my target market, who am I called to serve, and then having a specific message for that group. So make sure that you look for quality, not just quantity.
I appreciate that so much. And it is so true. It is so true. So Lachelle commented and said, also, repeating, she says, so true. So we agree. We agree. Did you know Lachelle's my twin, by the
I
way?
did not. I did not.
Yeah,
I know.
we share the same birthday. I know, and I know that you
Awesome.
can tell we look like twins for sure.
Yes,
Right,
absolutely.
girl?
Well,
right?
I knew both of you were great. I know both of you
There
are
we
great.
go.
So.
There we go. There we go. So she says it's all about building relationships. And Taria adds, that's right. When you chase numbers, you miss the true connections. Truly,
Yes.
I am so with what you're saying. It's really the true connections where all the good things will happen, right? It's
Yes.
not, yeah. Yeah. And then we get another comment. Shawn is awesome. I know, right? I know. So let's talk about now relationships over transactions. Now, I don't know yet what you're going to say about this, but, and you briefly mentioned it, but I have a hard time with the people that are messaging me, hi, buy my thing,
Yes.
the emails that come through.
Yes.
How about, being in Singapore? I have the WhatsApps coming through of people, hi, buy my thing. And I'm like, I don't even know you, right?
Yes.
So I don't know if that's what you're going to talk about, but that's a little pet peeve of mine. So let's talk about relationships over transactions.
That's it. So many times people have when I speak to them and I talk to them, they have that bad taste in their mouth about LinkedIn because they get spammed so much. People don't even know you. And the first message is this long paragraph with a link. It's not, hey, Terry Lee, it's just, hey, you could probably use this. And like, how do you know if I could use it or not? You haven't even spoken to me. Or our company does this and this and this and this. I remember one person said they sent me this information about Pilates for gym instructors. I'm like, I'm not a gym instructor. So why would that even apply to me? But they just, unfortunately, there's just a lot of bad coaching out there. And so they go for the spam method. In other words, the shotgun method. Throw it against the wall, see what sticks. If you throw out enough messages, somebody's going to connect. Unfortunately, what's going to happen is more than likely, people are going to mark that as spam. And if enough people do that, LinkedIn will shut your account down. That's one of the reasons why back in the day, you could send out 50 connection requests, 100 connection requests a day to really build that volume. Well, people got tired of that, right? They got tired of the spam. So LinkedIn now has capped it at 100 a week, 100 a week. And so that has cut down on that, but they still get in your inbox. And here's what I always encourage people to do. You have to have an outbound strategy because the number of people that you're going to pinpoint and you're going to target to send connection requests to are going to be in such greater quality, not quantity, quality than the people that are connecting with you, right? Because the people that are connecting with you 9 times out of 10 are trying to sell you something. They're not your ideal client. They're trying to sell you something. And so it's really important that we look for relationships over transactions. So why go for the one sale when I can go? It's what I call R&R, Terry Lee. Why go for the one sale when I can get recurring residual and I can get referrals, R&R, recurring and referrals. That's what you want. Wouldn't that be better to have 20 people that you're getting referrals from and that they're paying you every month instead of every month you're having to reset that sand dial, that turn the clock over and just start from scratch. Oh, well, I had 20 last month. I got to get 20 again. No, it'd be so much easier if we just focused on those recurring and referrals. You only do that. You only do that as you build relationships.
Yep. Oh my gosh, you're preaching the good word to me for here. You know that's what I'm all about. It's the power of relationships, the power of referrals, right? We talk about the power partners. Yep. So Kenyelle, let me see. You said a little bit earlier what you do, but Kenyelle comments, I sometimes take a look at the profile and show them how they can make it better if they want. So, hey, friends helping friends, right? And now Kenyelle, now you know that Shawn is here to help too. So Shawn, let's segue a little bit. So yesterday I talked about the big ask when it comes to networking. We're going to be talking about it all week long here in my social media. And you and I spoke and we were chatting, but the comment was without putting your big ask out there, right? It's not that you're never going to reach your goal. But who has time? Who has time? Do you have time?
No.
We don't have time. We don't have time. No. So I have been a proponent of saying, so I want you to share, am I on track? Would you tweak it? But I've been a proponent of saying, don't be afraid to put your big ask out there on LinkedIn. So like if you are looking for certain power partners, put that
Mm-hmm.
request out there.
Mm-hmm.
If your ask is different introductions, if you're launching a program, like whatever it is, like I don't think we should hold back. Tell me what you think about the concept of getting our big ask out so that our LinkedIn network can help. And the
Mm-hmm.
idea is we want to help them in return. So let's hear
Mm-hmm.
your thoughts on that.
Absolutely. When I was growing up, my mother used to say all the time, "Look, I'm not a mind reader," and what she meant by that is I would just expect her to know certain things, but you have to put that out there. The key to doing that is make sure that we provided value up front, and now we can make that withdrawal. So if you think of it as a relationship bank account, so many times people want to withdraw without depositing anything, right? So I haven't put
Yeah.
anything in there, but I want to write $100 check, but I haven't put anything in the account. And so quite naturally, people feel like, wait a minute, you haven't given anything to me. Who are you? But you know what? When you start sowing into people, when you start sowing into them, and you're connecting people, and I love connecting people. I connect people all the time, and I get nothing from it. But here's what I do get from the satisfaction of knowing that I put those the right people together, right? And so it's easier for me to ask for something once I have given into something. And it's really kind of that is really kind of a theory. You don't do it for that reason, but a lot of times, like Terry, if I gave you a free pen, if I gave you a pen, just somewhere quite natural, you're like, it's kind of a little uneven. Maybe I should do something for him. You kind of gave me a pen and gave me a card. That was kind of cool. Let me do something for him. So that's kind of the thought process. But yes, hey, a closed mouth does not get fed, and you will not get what you want if you don't ask. And I think sometimes people are just afraid of rejection. I think that's what it is.
Mm.
I think that's what it
I
is.
think it can be a lot of things, and we could dive in so deep on this. Really, I think it can be sometimes we don't know what to ask for, right?
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
might put an ask out, but is it big enough? Like so often,
Mm-hmm.
you've mentioned it, the recurring, the
Mm-hmm.
referrals, right?
Mm-hmm.
So often we ask for one client at a time. Like, hey, could you review my
Mm.
policy? I'm looking for one new coaching client, and that's just not going to do it for our long-term goals. So I think that also just bringing in not only what we do, but this is
Mm-hmm.
why you have this is why you have a partner
Mm-hmm.
in a co-host, right? Is the
That's right.
mindset, right?
That's
So
right.
it's our job, guys, to not only be looking at how is our profile and how is our relationships and how are we showing up, but
Mm-hmm.
also be willing to look at your own mindset and do your own work, right?
Yes.
That's when the good stuff's going to happen.
Yes,
Mm.
yes, yes. Yeah, it starts with our mindset. I was talking to a young lady yesterday, and she said, "I'm just not having success with LinkedIn, and I really
Mm.
just don't like reaching out to people. And LinkedIn is so." I said, "You can't have success if you're going into something with a negative attitude. If you're going into with that scarcity mindset, this isn't going to work. I really don't like this, but It's almost like I'm having to do something, right? How can you expect fruit?" Or how can you expect something good to come from something with a negative attitude? So I said, the
Yeah.
first thing you have to do is change your mindset. You have to say, hey, I can go out, I can provide value, I can provide a loving relationship for people, a caring relationship, and I don't have to be salesy. When you go
Yeah.
out with love, when you go out with abundance in your mind, then it changes the whole thing.
It changes the whole thing. Yep, yep, yep. So, Shawn, it's been a great conversation, and you're speaking my language, and and I love it that we got to talk about the big asks. So,
Yes,
Shawn and I are imploring all of you to please ask for what you
yes,
need on LinkedIn. I think that your
yes.
network will help you if you just let them know. Lachelle has a comment. Mindset is everything. Growth mindset over a fixed mindset. So, Shawn, as we end our conversation, I would love to have you back again
Yes,
here at Let's
absolutely.
Talk Networking. We can talk more about LinkedIn and referrals and
Yes.
all the things, all the things. How do people get a hold of you if they are resonating with you and if they want their free profile review and to get to know you better?
Absolutely. I make it so easy. www.ShawnEHill.com. You can't get any easier than that. www.ShawnEHill.com. And
Okay.
will send you to my calendar, get on my calendar, and guess what? We'll have a wonderful conversation.
Awesome. I put that in the notes in the comments. So, Shawn, it's been my thrill to have you here. It's my honor and privileged to have you be part of my network. And I look forward to us being able to serve more and more businesses together, just standing up for people and showing them the way that they can serve more people, right? Make a greater impact in the world. I know that at the crux of who you are, that's what this is all about.
Absolutely.
Okay. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your evening. We'll see you tomorrow on the next edition of Let's Talk Networking.